Alright, we're on.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here from Ashkelon Stadium in Ashkelon Park, here in Ashkelon, Israel. I am your play-by-play commentator for the day, Tyler Pepe, and here with me in the booth is Sarah Meister. The opening face-off here, it's sderot and Ashkelon. Sderot trying to be the first to take down the undefeated hometown team here in the IPLL Winter Bubble Tournament. The opening draw results in a quick Ashkelon possession, a shot off the pipe, which quickly becomes a sderot ball. Here's Dylan Teitelbaum with the clear. She goes cross field to Kai Solomon, defensive stalwart and captain of the team. Weaving, looking for help, and he's got it at the box. Now no pressure to advance, and even with the Ashkelon attack, there's nothing stopping this sderot team from getting set up on offense to start the game, and they'll go right away. Silverwood to Simbler. Sderot settled. Working the outside, not much action on the inside, and they'll pop a guy out. We'll see our first dodge of the day. And it comes on defensive midi Evan Wolpert, who stands strong. And a rip soaked by the defense. And it's Justin Tepper to Ben Cook to Lou Berg. But ladies and gentlemen, don't be surprised if that goal gets called off. It looked like, could we have been offsides? No, the referees talked through it. That goal was going to count. The offside was on the defense. That is Ian Kadish, our head referee, on the call.
Post goal music.
I'm gonna get
Get the next one queued up. We got sound here as well.
And here's draw number 2 here in the first quarter. Looks like black went early, and it'll be white ball. Our officiating crew today is Ryan Wallace of the German delegation, and Ian Kadish, who is an American who holds dual citizenship here in Israel. Kadish watching the game intently, and it's Matt Flavin getting the ball high. Dodge. Hitch back, he's got a man following. And sderot will slow and get the ball back into Flavin's hand. Skipped across, and it doesn't work. It's Wolpert with his second turnover of the afternoon. He's going across, pushing in transition with a rip himself. He takes it, he goes. Evan Wolpert with the celly. His friend Lou Berg catching him down at the end for a nice, healthy teammate hug. It's good to have friends here in Ashkelon. The score now 2-0. The Fighting Olives out quick early in this contest.
Seriously, we're working on it.
Face off number 3. It looks like the referee didn't see that false start by White. And regardless, it's black possession. Ben Cookie Cook swings to Lou Berg and over to Bo Chetner. Sam Shlomo Trujano with his first touch of the game. And on to Nate LaPat. Lepat back to Wolpert, taking his turn on offense after a productive first 2 possessions. Chetner to Lepat to Wolpert, taking his turn. Let's see if he's hot today, and he's at least heating up 2 in a row. Evan Wolpert had his coffee early this morning. And the stadium is rocking here as we've got the technical team. The fans here on this bright Ashkelon morning are rocking, as is the stadium. Stay tuned for our halftime guest, Jason Derulo.
Okay, what song's next?
That face-off is won by sderot, specifically picked up by Max Mordecai Soberlin. 40, top center, getting his first minutes of the game. This is a matchup he's got to like. But he swings down the alley, and sderot, true to form, keeping the ball on the outside here early. The strength of this Ashkelon defense is its core, represented right now by Seth Mahler, national team player and captain, who lets up an easy shot, and wow, there's some action right in the middle. Who could that have been? That was Tepper taking out Soberlich. That was a lot of action on the play. That's Jake Soberlich. And sderot will take the point on defense, and that was a lot of extracurricular activity with that ground ball. Let's see if it affects the pace of play here as we get to the midway point of the first quarter. It's Wolpert. He's got the game in his hands. So far, works the offense down to Cook. It's Berg. Berg forced around to Chetner. Chetner, dangerous, creative, looks to skip. It's Wolpert again, lets one rip, and it's a possession shot that'll stay with the Ashkelon Fighting Olives. Berg to Lepat. Lepat to Chetner. Again to Lepat. Lepat likes his matchup, but he'll roll back. It's Wolpert changing his shot in midair. Looked like he was sidearm, came from over the top, and that was enough deception to do it to the goalie. That's a 4th goal for Ashkelon and a 4th point for Evan Wolpert here in the early going. And they're playing his favorite song, that's Sweet Caroline. Evan, this song goes out to the boys from the city. That's City Boys Lax, is where Evan's hometown club is in Manhattan, New York, the big city of dreams. And here we go with the now 6th face-off of the game. And this one's picked up by sderot, who's back on their heels, desperately making a skip pass, but luckily that was tipped. It's going to stay with sderot. Sderot stuntmen are looking like they could use some early creativity. Here's Soberlich, lets one fly, and have you ever seen anything like it? Soberlich, who you've used to seeing in the goal, comes out of retirement to rip one off stick high. And seasoned goaltender Ben Friedman, arguably the most valuable player here for the Ashkelon Fighting Olives, who just got a taste of it from a former keeper.
Why isn't it loud?
And here's the face-off, spinning around like 2 little crabs, and it's picked up by Flapen. Flapen over, and across, and down. It's sderot. Soberlich reading the offense, advancing, getting through a questionable pick, bull dodging, rolling back, looking for help, and he's completely eaten up by a hungry Seth Mahler. Pick. Stop. Pop. Possession retained. On the air and shot. Stuntman. Backside. It's open. And a weak shot right to the gut of Friedman. Technical foul. Means a quick restart. And Ashkelon advances the ball up slowly. Now would be a great time for the stadium organist, who's totally asleep. Organ music is absolutely lacking.
Dun 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 dun.
And there it is.
We'll have to take care of it at the quarter break.
The organ also talks.
Little much.
Here's Wolpert. Dodging. Feeling himself this quarter. Looks for an assist. Will it be one for Lapat? No, that'll be blocked on the way in. Rolls to Titleman, who throws him away. It was a nice little scoop by attackman Bo Chetner, who got himself all the way upfield. That Ashkelon ride is alive here in the early going as seconds tick by at the end of the first. Chetner on the wing to Wolpert. To Shlomo. Walking in, dancing, spinning and finishing. That was Sam Shlomo Trajano.
Song?
And we're going to play his trademark goal song as soon as we can find it. I think it's the Scooby-Doo theme song. That there is a mystery man. Cue up the Scooby-Doo theme song. I'll play up for that. You know what you need to do is just tell me what song is coming up next.
I don't know. I
just put
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, definitely do that. Sorry for our folks at home are having some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
That shouldn't stop us from enjoying some premier lacrosse here in the Israel Premier Lacrosse League, hosted inside of the winter bubble. That'll be a change in possession. Ball picked up by Dolev Geva, who will smartly hand the ball over to Mahler. Gets it to the captain of the clear, Ben Friedman. Swings it up to Lapat, who overthrows Dubner. But that won't be a problem for Ashkelon as Ben Cookie Cook corrals the ball and plays.
All right, let's get a song. What's the song for timeout here?
Let's come up with a song for the timeout, and while we're doing that, we'll let you know that this first timeout is brought to you by one of our deeply loved sponsors, and that is Ian Kadish Fitness and Punishment Camp.
Yes.
The Ian Kadish Fitness and Punishment Camp is the only fitness and punishment camp that you can attend and get both punished and fit by the one and only Ian Kadish.
Here, let me just zoom in on you real quick.
Kadish Fitness and Punishment Camp.
There we go. All right, play a song.
Now entering its second legal battle of the new year. We're gonna figure out the music.
Yeah, we gotta figure out the music. We need like a sports jam playlist. Oh yeah, Space Jam. Yeah!
We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Get your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. Alright.
Here we are at the Space Jam. Space is what the Ashkelon Fighting Olives have here on the scoreboard. It's 5-1, and after a timeout, the Ashkelon Olives have a possession and a chance to make this a 6-1 lead. Let's see if they do. Ben Cookie Cook finds himself in a little bit of trouble and works it around the offense. Here's Wolpert. a man on a mission, but his teammate's not ready for it. And that will be a turnover here for the sderot stuntmen. Stuntmen advancing. It's Solomon with an extra 3 feet. He's over. And it looks like they'll yellow him out. We've got our offensive threats, Silberlicht and Flapen at the top. And Silberlicht will find Flapen for a dodge on Mahler. That sderot offense has got to get away from Seth Mahler if they're going to do any work this afternoon. And it'll be until this afternoon. If this rate of play keeps up, let's see if Jake Silberlicht can change that. Well, he lets one fly, but that one was wide. White will hang on. And it's Flapen off a quick reset. That's Nate Lapat with the block. Nate Lapat saying, I blocked your attack, and that is not where the shot goes. Well, they push Lapat again. This time it's Dubner. Lapat draws. Is open on the backside, and Friedman sees it climbing the shelf. That was high to high over the head of a not very high Dolev Geva. Friedman saw it clear all the way. It'll be a clear that Lapat moves up to Wolpert. Wolpert having himself a day, as they say, despite a turnover on the last possession. Time ticking away here, 3 seconds, and Lapat overthrows Wolpert. A clumsy ending to a magnificent first quarter otherwise. Here for the Ashkelon Fighting Olives. And we are back, and Black is in the lead here in Ashkelon. Face-off men ready. Referee Ian Kadish ready. And a tip of the cap to our
second quarter
stadium sound engineer, who transitioned beautifully out of that commercial break for a timeout and into that music segue, which brought us to this sderot possession. Now, it's got to be a different game for sderot. And after that intercepted pass and near turnover by Arik Rubenstein, I'm not sure that sderot is any more alive in this second quarter than they were in the first. sderot working from the X. They'll need something, and they'll find Klum. That's Hebrew for nothing. It'll be a shot by Silberlicht. Easily blocked by Friedman. I saw a push from behind that led to a pseudo offsides, but that'll just continue the possession for the Ashkelon Fighting Olives. Wolpert, the protagonist of our story here this morning, feeds to Shlomo. Worked down to Lapat, who's at the X. And there's Wolpert. Wolpert again. Cookie in the corner. Turning on the jets. Now he's not very fast, so his top speed is like a regular run for a normal man. And that change of direction will result in a little bit of chaos. Picked up by Shlomo. Scuttled out. Grabbed by Cookie, and he made a lot out of a little there.
Sound engineer.
And the sound team was hardly ready for that one.
That's a big play right there, Ken!
And here comes the next face-off here in Ashkelon. flip one possession sderot. It's Jake Silverlip. Silverlip dodging. And that'll be a man backside. It's Itai taking a beating and getting bullied out of bounds by Rubenstein. Wolpert with the ball. Clearly the aggressor in this offense, making his way past a diving Mordechai Silverlick. And Wolpert takes a look back at the destruction in his wake before moving the ball up to Bo Chetner. Looks like Tepper feeding. Play broken up by Solomon. And sderot spins. That's a turnover for Black. Wolpert looking dangerous. Gets it to Chetner, who lets one off. It's a save by Teitelbaum. And a hard ride by ashkelon. Matt Flapin, the man you want with the ball in this scenario. Thrown away, and that'll be Ben Friedman on the clear. Cookie. Maxing out in the speed category. And getting the ball to safety on the other side of the back end. Wow, some broken ankles. Nate Lapat dancing on the way to another goal for ashkelon. On a hard day in the office for Dylan Teitelbaum, but she had very little help after Lapat spun his defender into the turf. And you can see sderot needing a little bit of regroup here, not taking the opportunity. It looks like a lot of solace there on the back end now with the score at 6-1. And on the other side of the field, it's some sweet emotion coming from the ashkelon bench. They are alive here at the face-off. And that momentum is won, resulting in a face-off win. ashkelon with a pole stuck on. Got an open set. Chance for the players to catch their breath, it seems. Ill-advised pass from Geva. But it's Lapat to receive it. Comfortable, swimming, spinning. Sees Wolpert. And no doubt Wolpert sees an opportunity. Takes the alley. Backside. That one looked in, but it was outside. Teitelman with the clear. Silverlick. And it's Trajano just running with him. ashkelon leaving the middle completely empty. It was nearly an easy goal for Silverlick, but some catch-up defense meant that the ball was going to end up going the other way. I saw a push from behind call, a free play, ashkelon clear, and now they've got the ball settled. Cook to Lapat, comfortable at the X, works it to Berg, to Chetner, to Wolpert. Beautiful wheel, Wolpert calling his own number, dodging down the alley, and he sees the extra man. On the backside, it's Lapat with a ridiculous angled shot. And a goal. Wow, have you seen anything like that? I know I haven't. It was a small window to aim, but the small things tend to go the way of Nate Lapat, number 22, who himself is hot here at quarter number 2.
All right.
21-8 here in quarter number
2. Genius. Our music engineer, technician.
Sound engineer.
Sound engineer is
got promoted to sound technician.
CEO of CAF Media.
That was a technical
genius
miscue there on the face-off, which resulted in a sderot possession. Don't expect me to do anything like that again. It's really, really difficult.
That was great.
There's not a lot of opportunities to do what I just did. And we'll see how many opportunities there are for sderot here as a ball bounces off the turf, launches off of Friedman. Trajano goes airborne. Not exactly sure what that was. You know that Shlomo is an international man of mystery, and that was a mysterious play. One that you'll be hard to see replicated, but as they say in the business, that's lacrosse. Cookie to Shlomo. Wolfer to Tepper. Wants a run. Yaakov Silberlich making that difficult. But the pass came through to Lou Berg. Have you seen Lou Berg today? Hardly, but there he is. Wow, Lou Berg found the middle there. That was a really, really tough pass to find Lou Berg there. They've got some talk here on the wing. On the close end of the field, it's Silberlich and Wolpert getting into it, jawing at each other. It's a 1-9. A dramatic moment. And the music to match. The game itself, a little less, has a now 9-1 lead, is built for Ashkelon. Now, the last time that these two teams met, it was a one-goal game, a 12-13 affair that kept the Ashkelon undefeated season alive. Now, this one seems like it's a foregone conclusion early in the running, and everyone knows that in a blowout affair, you never know what can happen. And what just happened was the perhaps first step in a comeback. That was the second goal of the game for Mordechai Morty Silberlich. A rip, nearly taking down the netting from the pipe, doing surgery here on the offense. And for doing the math right, that's face-off number 14 in this affair. Possessed by sderot and retained.
Kick left, get over it, switch!
A hard check by Mahler after the sweep by Snell, and Berg picked up, shot, off stick low, the toughest one for Friedman to get to, but he made it look easy. That save was going in slow motion for number 72. He'll Silberlich to Flapen. Flapen directing the offense. And a new man comes into the box. Now it looks like the sderot stuntmen are working a man without. They are 5-on-6 at the moment. I'm not sure if they realize. It looks like at the box, Coach Mordechai Silverlick ran onto the field, stopped a man from coming in, and here's Morty back. Could that have been a decoy play or just a lack of awareness? The world will never know, Mr. Owl. And how many dodges does it take for Matt Flapin to get to the center of the Ashkelon defense? Well, it wasn't the X's and O's on that play. It was Matt Flapin doing the work all by himself, getting through the defense.
Turn it up to your phone now a little bit.
Here comes a new draw, and don't look now, but that 8-goal lead just became 6 in a matter of minutes. Possessed by the Fighting Olives. Pushing quickly, and you see a lot of that from Justin Tepper. The man likes to make quick work. It doesn't matter what's in front of him, he just goes for it. A low standards scorer, as they call it, doesn't care what the opportunity is. He is just all about marching right down the throat. He did right after the face-off a redemption goal for Tap. Kadish setting the face-off just perfectly. Now, face-offs are extremely nuanced in the game of lacrosse, which is why Eden Kadish takes that responsibility so seriously. A possession shot and a quick restart for sderot. Backside, can Flapin do it again? Spinning, de-twigged. And that'll bother the sderot defense. It takes a penalty. It's just a frustration play, I think. But no harm in it whatsoever. Wolfer to clear on his own. A bounce shot from deep to Cookie. Time ticking. Back to the wall. Lets one rip, but he can't get it off. And Cookie will end up on his tail. Large target for him there. As the quarter comes to a close, here we are, 3-10.
All right, we're on.
And we're back here in Ashkelon. It is the third quarter of play, featuring the sderot stuntmen who win a quick draw against the Ashkelon Olives, although possession is squandered away. Looks like D-mid-turned LSM Jake Susserman is there to make it happen for the Ashkelon Fighting Olives. Geva finds a man in Tepper. To Cook. To LePac. To Tepper. To Wolper. To Chetman. To Cook. To Chetman. Now with Wolper. Tepper likes his matchup. Downhill. Stops. That was a quick change of direction. But the shot didn't land for Tepper. Wolpert handles a misguided pass. Ashkelon talks through the GB, finds a crease man, and that'll get popped out again. Tepper seeing a lot of action in this possession. And the attackman way wide. This umbrella set here. High for Wolpert. Sweeping, finding one. It's Chetner launching right into the helmet of Solomon, doing all the work himself. And was that a quick offsides? Maybe infraction by both teams. Looks like the referees will let that go. tough to make sense of a cluster like that on a day like this, hazy, here in Ashkelon. Dubner getting worked on, sends a check, sees the double, leaves a man backside, and it's off the leg of Friedman. We'll see if he's limbered up for that one. Looks totally unaffected. Man of steel, that guy. It'll be sderot working down the alley. The man will push, take the shot, and that'll be possessed by the stuntman. Flip to Flapin. Probably wants to get away from Seth Mahler. And does. Worked around to the X, from the X, throwing heinous checks. It's Arik Rubenstein. And the defense on the backside is not as strong as sderot finds a way to work themselves back to the defense's weak point. It's a goal by, who could that have been? Elon.
We got a song? Sound technician?
Do we have a song? Of course we do.
Sderot, let's go.
Let's go, sderot.
A quick possession and a quick trip means sderot will hang on to that no problem. Flapin just waved off. Well, it looks like sderot offense will restart here. There's a pick behind. And shot off the, looks like that could have been off the cross. Not exactly sure if that was blocked or stopped directly by Friedman, but either way, it's another one for sderot that doesn't go how it's planned. Now a 6-goal lead is not insurmountable here in the IPLL. We've seen bigger comebacks, but man, it looks like the undefeated Ashkelon squad is really ready for a doubleheader today. A fancy pass from Chetner. Doesn't work as intended. And Dolev Geva finishes with the ball. Oreen Hodgeby went in aggressive after that GB, and if you look closely on the sideline, he may have limped off the field. Now, play here in the third quarter has opened up much more aggressively, and that's what it's going to take for the sderot stuntman. Solomon will pull the ball in. Quick pass to Silverlick. Flapin ends up with a shot, and that'll go, Aaron. It'll stay white ball. Silverlick on Mahler. Crowd reacts to an excellent pump fake. Silverlick came in, but Mahler is just alone on an island today, needs no help whatsoever. There's not a single sderot stuntman that can get by his pole today. We'll have to try someone else. It's Morty on temper, working around, small ball, over to Snell, and over the top of the quick stick. A missile in tight, guided past the defense, and a total total breakdown that benefits the stuntmen. Stuntmen have cut the lead and halved it. It's going to take quite a bit more if we're going to see a competitive lacrosse game in the second half, but so far so good for sderot. Breakaway. And the windmill scoop by Susserman, who finds Lepat. New man on. It's Trajano. Scheffner. Lepat on the wing. Wolpert, who helped establish the early lead, has not been heard from as often since. Let's see if Wolpert catches the defense napping again. They've got tight eyes on him, so he worked it to Lepat, to Cook, to Lepat, and back up to Wolpert. Wolpert sees Geva, who mishandles the ball, and that is an unforced error. That'll be on number 1-5, and a flag down, our first of the game. Not sure what that was, but sderot's got the ball and the responsibility to advance. They do, and they'll find a 5-hole of Friedman, who knows what the play was, or what the call was rather. Not sure if that's going to get waved off. But I'll tell you who didn't have a problem on that. That was the sderot offense. Now they're having no problems whatsoever finding the net and finding the dance floor. That's Matt the Jive Turkey Flapin showing the crowd and all of his fans who are live, no doubt, on his Instagram feed why they call him the Jive Turkey. He's jitsing and jiving and throwing checks as he trails. Ooh. And after that quick possession, it's going to be trailing by 5 goals again, the Ashkelon Fighting Olives. That was a quick turnaround. Hardly enough for the sound engineer in-house to be able to turn out and yet the boys behind the glass get it done. There'll be another quick face-off. And here's an easy win for Friedman. Now Friedman has owned the dot for the most part today. And if this game is going to trend back in the direction of the stuntman, they'll need some more wins like that from him as he stays on offense. Flapin drawing a triple, meaning a man from X is all alone. But sderot can't take advantage of the backside 3 slide. That was Mahler covering. And a sweep turns into a rip from Jaakko Silverlick, who makes sure to get nice and tight into the goalie as he finishes and sellies in the eyes of his team, and don't think that Ashkelon won't take that one personally. Kadish sets the face-off up again. And a quick win, resulting in a quick shot. It's Friedman. And a rebound, leave it up to Itai, who gets some garbage points. That shot belongs in a hockey match. Whether it's the ice, the turf, a cool customer, that's Itai Hebro. Friedman is in his own head after that. back on his heels. Sderot wasting no time with another face-off win. Flapin wanted to keep things going, but a lollipop pass was not by design. Rubenstein on offense, also not by design. But it seems like ashkelon is going to find no trouble, although Wolpert not sensing the danger behind him. That was Flapin, a sneaky little turkey, but unable to create some chaos. Ashkelon settle at the X. It's Lapat to Geva. Geva with the turnover on the last possession, needing to redeem himself. He'll find Wolpert. Wolpert will dodge, whips it around. Lapat shoots the ball into the head of the defender's stick. That will be a withholding call. Kind of a very unlikely. Speaking of very unlikely, that was Geva dodging Hajbi, bouncing it over the head of the title ball. A possession shot for ashkelon. Lapat will take it in from Cook. He dodges a high to mid, 12-6. Shot gets off. Lapat is living like a local.
Yeah, it's so quiet. I don't know why. Between the next games, we should make a playlist on here.
Yeah.
Coming in, so.
Face off to start us. Friedman again. Having no problems. Silverlick to Snell. Call. 1 minute left to go. And I'll tell you what, sderot cannot afford turnovers like that in the final minute of a quarter. Especially with the score the way it is. Wolpert over. Sees Lapat, who sees Wolpert. Lets one fly from forever out, and could you believe that one was going to go in? I'm not sure Wolpert could, as he goes palms to the sky and shrugs his shoulders in celebration. And all Title Bomb can do on that one is look at the defense and say, could you give me a little bit of help there? Like Black went early on this quick restart. Seconds to go. 2, 1, nothing doing for sderot.
End of the third quarter, 13-8. All right, we're rolling. Start of the fourth.
And we are back and we are live, broadcasting on YouTube and through our radio affiliate WASK, the beat of Ashkelon. Fourth quarter lead for Ashkelon. It's 13-8. Opening face-off to start the final period. It's won by Friedman. Too comfortable if they need to erase a 5-goal lead. Here's Hajbi. Finds a new man. Morty pops. Won't find space. nobody can find space against aggressive defense like that by Tepper, who goes all the way, which results in an offsides play. And a goal on the backside, it won't matter. That'll get wiped off in the end. The play developed so quickly, you can hardly tell who that came through. It's another goal here for the Ashkelon Fighting Olives, increasing their lead to 6. I'll tell you, that's going to make it really tough for sderot. We'll see what that takes out of them. And Friedman with the face-off. And a quick return. It's Friedman in the face of Ben Friedman, no relation. A quick face-off win. They walk down the throat. An isolated solo shot. You love to see that from Harry Friedman, who takes his time getting back to the face-off dot. Maybe needing a break after that. Friedman with the win, man on his back, finds Sullivan, who wants to go over and does, and works into the offense. Stick on stick check won't matter. But that intercepted pass will. Not exactly sure what the call was there. Looked to be a technical slash. Could that be a 1-minute penalty? Yes, it is. And the man up. They'll need it. Here's Silverlick. Will he push? Needing a skip. sderot's got to collapse the defense if they're going to make the most of this man-up opportunity. And Yakov Silverlick will let one rip to no avail. Morty Silverlick from the X. Directed. Peeking backside, but Geva shuts it off. What does he see? Something on the back. It's a beautiful finish. And elation on the sderot side. Face-off, 14-10, 2 straight makes it seem possible for sderot. The stuntmen win another. It's Flapen, finds Simler, and it goes right off the head of the stick and wide of Ben Friedman. Silverlick, Morty Silverlick working from behind again. See if he likes what he sees. Tepper forced the turnover. Hodgeby trying to make up, trailing. Needs to find himself, because there's got to be a man open. Or even strength back in this game. And we see Chetner. Back in the office behind. Who sees Wolfer? Wolfer lets one rip. He goes high to high.
your rendition?
And the score now is 10-15 here in the fourth quarter. Friedman needing another face-off win to make this work. We're about halfway through the fourth quarter, and Ashkelon has made it continuously hard. Not on the X though, as Friedman wins another. It's possessed by Silverlicht. Stuntmen go to work. It's Silverlicht again. A rip on Cage, doesn't get all the way through. Rolls to Friedman, who's going to swirl around. And sees if he can waste a little bit of time here with a comfortable 5-goal lead. Rubenstein works it to the middle. Not exactly sure who was supposed to slow him. Had some confusion on both sides.
Justin, will you throw him the ball, please?
It's going to mean an Ashkelon turnover.
Thank you, Justin.
Silverlicht across. Call. Silverlicht to Flapen. Sounds like there's some talk down on the field. Not sure what the confusion is. And could that have been a trip? It was a flag down. A ball rolled onto the field right as the flag went down. It'll be a minute penalty. Sderot did have a chance to advance there, although I'm not sure why the excise reaction, because it seemed like that was going to be a dead play anyway. Not really anything that that could be done, although it might have been a fumbled call by head official Ian Kadish. Fate intervened, and we're just where we would have been anyway. A lot of talk down on the field. As we see a restart from Sderot. Sderot with their most recent goal coming from a man-up opportunity. Will this be another one? Not if Friedman's got anything to do with it, although they'll need to fully turn around, and Friedman takes matters into his own hands, spins, whips, it goes out before getting across. Flapen carrying. Need a reset on the backside. Oh, and it doesn't get him. And wow! Friedman pays the price for coming out and throwing the ball away. Does not recover into the cage. It was empty. Flapen with his heads up, getting across to Cullen. Cullen whipping one in, past Friedman. He just didn't have a shot or help or really anything. Now even more words being exchanged by Mordechai Silverlicht and head referee Ryan Wallace. Seems that that's going to delay the next face-off, which is a great time to remind you here in the fourth quarter that this broadcast is brought to you by the #1 Hot Goss Pod. Yep, the #1 podcast in the nation, climbing up the listener ranks. It's the Hot Goss Pod, the Hot Gossip Podcast, bringing you all the hottest gossip in the Israel lacrosse winter bubble. And if you want to listen in, you can listen live or visit www.hotgosspod.com/hotgosspod.com pod. And after that commercial break, we're finally ready for a face-off. Let's see if Friedman can make it a lucky number 7 in a row. He does. Sderot now chipping away at what's a 4-goal lead. Friedman stays on. Lapen's at the point. Silverlick's working from the opposite X. But he throws away. We see a flag down. Was that some extra noise? It was. Silverlick's pass maybe not doing all that it needed to because of a slash from Arik Rubenstein. And now Ashkelon will be down a man. That's their 3rd penalty in this quarter. Getting a little chippy, a little sloppy, letting up what might be another opportunity. Referee calls his own number. And we're going to be slow here. And wow! That was Tepper laying out Matt Flapin, who caught a lay-me-out pass. Sderot didn't seem like they were ready. That seemed like a penalty just got released. Maybe it started a little soon. Regardless, here's Sderot working. And an acrobatic dive towards the crease lands at the feet of a sliding Ben Friedman. An unbelievable save, made to look like a piece of red velvet Sammy Dubner birthday cake. And the diving man, Snell, looks like he may have been injured on the play. He'll get up under his own strength and jog towards the sideline. Swarmed by the training team here, coming out of the hurt hut. Snell finds the sideline, and here in the 4th quarter, that might mean that the star offensive attackman could be done here for the day.
It's raining a little
Ashkelon
bit.
seems to be regrouping as a light drizzle, a little preemptive liquid confetti is falling in advance of what Ashkelon hopes will be a 4-goal lead and growing. It's Friedman's ball to clear. Friedman not needing to do very much here. With 3 minutes left, you'd think that Ashkelon would be receiving a little bit more pressure. Mahler handles the ball. Friedman. Susserman. And a turnover. Wow, patience seemed to pay off by Sderot. But ill-advised pass. Not the type of lacrosse you'd expect to see. Here's an aggressive slide and a double. And a turnover. It ends up with Friedman getting it over to Wolpert. Wolpert, the hero in the early action, has drawn a lot of attention. He'll draw it from Yakov Silverlick, which will call off the impending shot. Wolpert saw what he liked for just a second. And an over-the-moon pass finds Sam Trajano. Wolpert. Comfortable taking time, it's in the alley. Ashkelon might want to keep it out of the tight areas. But not if Nate Lapat has anything to do with it. He finds Lou Berg, who gets stripped. And the referees will blow the play dead. Play a crease infraction. Sderot ball. Silverlick sensing time. Sderot can't afford to work the wheel now. They've got to make an attempt at goal. Silverlick high. Crease man burying. Here comes the 1-4 dodge. The alley to the X. Will there be a man backside? And Black stops it. 1 minute to go. 4-goal lead. Tepper with the ball for Ashkelon. And this might be all she wrote if sderot can't come up with some desperation defense. Solomon working. Shetner driving. The ball looked like it rolled into the crease. And now we've got a goaltender down. Teitelbaum seemed to be on the receiving end of that crease violation. Now once you get moving towards the hoop, it's hard to stop yourself. And now looking on the instant replay, Teitelbaum took a shot to the helmet.
Is that the game?
And that could be enough for time to take down.
That is the game.